Be advised, the opinions and views of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Welcome to Open House with Gerry Cornejo, and it's going to be good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. We are broadcasting on all time zones. We are broadcasting, of course, from Batanes to Jolo and 6 other countries in Asia. So welcome to this edition of Open House with Gerry Cornejo, and we have a very special guest this evening. But before we introduce our guest this evening, I would like to show you a video about one of the most beautiful countries in the world. And that is one of our neighbors in Asia, and this is the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. After this, I'll introduce you to our guest. So can we roll the video, please?
If you sailed due south from Karachi, you would not see any land till you reached the South Pole. Travel northwards, and you would witness some of the most spectacular scenery, culture, and people that you could ever imagine. This is Pakistan. A land steeped in history, giving birth to the Indus civilization. Dating back to 6000 BC, Mohenjo-daro, or the Mound of the Dead, is rightly regarded as the cradle of civilization. Here, people lived in well-planned cities with an advanced lifestyle well ahead of their times. Brick cities from the Indus Valley civilization stand beside Buddhist ruins, contemporaneous with the birth of Christianity. Taxila is an archaeological treasure of the ancient Gandhara kingdom, which flourished 3000 BC. Where Emperor Ashoka built a series of monasteries in Jolya and Dharmarajika. This great complex also housed one of the first universities in the world. Alexander the Great passed through here, leaving behind indelible marks of Greek influence. It is the history of many races, their ambitions and dreams, both realized and lost. Archaeological sites and imposing monuments are scattered across the country, bearing witness to its magnificent past. Many more adventurers came to conquer this land of plenty, but none could match the glory and power of the great Mughals. They were great connoisseurs of art and music. The architecture and gardens left behind speak volumes of their skills and tastes. The remains of their splendor are scattered all over the country. Known as the cultural hub of Pakistan, Lahore hosts some of the most impressive Mughal and Victorian architecture. It's Pakistan in miniature, since all its colors, sights and sounds, history and culture represent the whole country. This Mughal city boasts of the elegant tilework of the Wazir Khan Mosque, and the glasswork shimmering in the Sheesh Mahal at Lahore Fort are the epitome of art. Before and during the Mughal period, Sufism thrived in this region. It has left great impressions of peace, love, and harmony. Today's Pakistan is rooted in this rich history and diverse ethos. It is one of the few countries in the world where the festivals of all major religions are celebrated with equal zeal. Alongside the Islamic religious festivals of Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, Christmas and Easter are celebrated with great emotions. Hindus observe their festival of Diwali. Every year, thousands of Sikh pilgrims come to Pakistan to visit their sacred places. Pakistan is one of the few countries in the world that exhibits such amazing contrasts of people in terms of color, creeds, races, and customs. As a socially enlightened and moderate society, education has been placed at the top of the agenda, from basic schooling to the highest degrees. Universities specializing in all disciplines, like the Aga Khan and GIK Institute, and many others produce doctors, engineers, lawyers, and other professionals like Professor Abdul Salam, the Nobel Prize-winning physicist. With more than half of the population below the age of 20 years, Pakistan is a nation with a rich grounding in culture, an array of arts and crafts, and most importantly, a magical romance of youthfulness. The multicultural past has given the people a diverse cuisine varying from province to province. A shared spiritual and cultural experience of the Pakistanis can be witnessed during many religious, cultural, and national celebrations. Spring festivals are celebrated all over the country with great zeal and enthusiasm. The National Horse and Cattle Show, and of course Basant, the Kite Festival. With music gala, exotic foods, and partying, it attracts dignitaries, diplomats, and artists from across the world. The sky is filled with kites of all shapes and sizes. The Lok Mela, a folk festival of music and dance with craftsmen at work, and a handicrafts exhibition at the Lok Virsa Institute enlivens Islamabad. Pakistan's 800,000 square kilometers are rich in natural resources, many of which still remain untapped. With 165 million consumers, it offers tremendous opportunities to investors from around the world. Reforms are the key to job creation and poverty alleviation. Due to the political and economic stability, as well as sound government policies and booming business environment, billions of dollars of foreign investment is pouring into Pakistan. Hundreds of multinationals are operating here, ranging from financial institutions, cellular service providers, hotels, industrial manufacturing, power generation, and consumer products. The modernization of industries is transforming the economy into a global competitor, hence raising the standard of living, as reflected in many new development and housing projects. Agriculture is the mainstay of the economy. The magnificent irrigation system, second largest in the world, is a great contributor to the prosperity of the land. "Thou shalt be the glory of the East," said Sir Charles Napier, referring to Karachi, the economic hub of Pakistan. Its modern airport welcomes business travelers from the world over. Karachi boasts of an unusual mixture of modern skyscrapers and 19th century Victorian buildings and wide boulevards. The recently established port of Gwadar is expected to be the hub of international trade. Pakistan manufactures some of the finest sports goods in the world, including brands such as Adidas, Puma, Slazenger. The footballs used in the World Cup are made here. Sialkot is known throughout the world for its surgical instruments. Other products including rice, petroleum products, gems and jewelry, cotton yarn, leather products, and ready-made garments are among the prime exports. The hand-knotted carpets and rugs are acclaimed and appreciated throughout the world. Islamabad, the capital and the seat of an elected government, with a vocal and active opposition, today houses one of the largest number of women legislators in the world. These socio-political reforms have opened up new horizons for women to play key roles in all walks of life, from ministerial posts to running the central bank, service industries, and from flying passenger planes to fighter jets. A nuclear and missile power, the country has made tremendous progress in all fields. Today, it builds state-of-the-art Augusta submarine and the latest jet fighter, Thunder JF-17. Its growing stature among the polity of nations is recognized by frequent visits of many eminent world leaders. A nation crazy about sports. Playing both modern and traditional sports and games, they have won world championships in cricket, hockey, squash, and snooker a number of times. Apart from such international sports, many indigenous games and sport are highly popular and mark the individuality and fun-loving nature of Pakistanis. Their music is a beautiful blend of tradition and individual talent. It draws inspirations from the rich contributions of the 13th century poet and musician Amir Khusro, who composed the earliest ragas, and 16th century classical musician Dan Sen. Even the pop music is a fusion of the classical and modern tunes. The diverse ecosystem also makes it an attractive tourist destination. The varied landscape from lush plains and deserts in the south to the majestic mountains in the north make Pakistan unique, offering all 4 seasons throughout the year. If it's 50 degrees in Sibi in the south, people are skiing in Naltar in the north at the same time. Offering many adventures, the Khyber Safari train runs through the rugged mountains of the Khyber Pass, making it an exhilarating experience. Pakistan nestles amongst three of the world's major mountain ranges, the Himalayas, Karakorams, and the Hindu Kush. Of the 14 8,000-meter peaks in the world, 5 grace its skyline. With Chagori at 8,616 meters, ranking second highest in the world, is popularly known as K2. A land of opportunities, surprises, and magical contrasts, appropriately described as the world's best-kept secret, inviting you to explore its beauty and grandeur, its rich history, its versatile culture, and to enjoy the hospitality and love of its people. Welcome to Vibrant Pakistan.
And welcome back to studio. You're watching Open House with Gerry Cornejo, and I'd like to introduce you to a very, very special guest, our newfound friend, and he is none other than His Excellency Mohsin Razi, Ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan to the Philippines. Sir,
thank you.
Welcome to our program, and we are so impressed with Pakistan, and I think I speak for not only myself but for many Filipinos that our exposure to Pakistan has been very limited, and I am happy that you gave us this video to show everything, well, most of the best things about Pakistan. So, Your Excellency, can you tell us how Pakistan came to be, the country? Because we were having a discussion earlier, because we know there was once upon a time, it was India, and then during the time of the British, they made West Pakistan and East Pakistan, which is now Bangladesh. Could you please talk about a little bit about this, sir?
First of all, Gerry, thank you very much for inviting me to your famous open house program, which is a very esteemed and has a lot of viewers, and it is world, as you mentioned yourself in the beginning, it is viewed in so many time zones and
yes,
so many different places. And really, I am grateful to you for giving me this opportunity, and the friendship which we have started, it will definitely continue, and it is thanks to being here in Philippines that I met you and people like you.
Thank you, sir.
And,
Our pleasure.
It's really an honor to be here at this program. And as per your question, you asked about something about Pakistan and how it started off. So basically, Pakistan got its independence on 14th August 1947. But before becoming an independent state, Pakistan has a long history, as you must have seen in the video also. Pakistan is the cradle of the oldest city in the world. It is the cradle of the oldest civilization in the world, which is the Indus Valley civilization. Taxila, Mohenjo-daro, Mohenjo-daro is the oldest city in the world. And Taxila, it has the first university in the world. But how this came about, how Pakistan, the history itself. In 711, Muhammad bin Qasim, he landed in Sindh, and that is why Sindh, which is the southern province of Pakistan, is known as the Babul Islam, or gateway of Islam. And from here, basically Pakistan was established the day the first person from the locals, from the indigenous locals, they converted to Muslim. And then we carried on, and then the time expanded, and in 1527, the first Mughal, they came in, and then it was the Mughal Empire, as we saw it on the video also. And for more than 300 years, they ruled. Then in 1858, the British finally, they came before that a little bit, and in 1858, they established their rule, and they stayed on. Then during the Second World War, and at that time, rather in 1900 also, it was decided that people felt that, of course, the British would be leaving, and what would happen then to the Indian subcontinent? And at that time, the Muslims of the Indian subcontinent, they felt that we must have our own homeland, we must have our own state. And then all those Muslims, they got together in Lahore on 23rd March 1940, which is just after two days. And there the famous Pakistan resolution was passed. And in this Pakistan resolution, it was decided that, okay, we will struggle for our own homeland. And in just 7 years, through peaceful struggle, on 14th August 1947, Pakistan emerged on the world map as an independent state. On the west was the West Pakistan, and on the east of India at that time was the East Pakistan, which in 1971 became Bangladesh. But both these two countries, they came up, and this is how it is.
Okay, sir, that was a very enlightening talk about the history of Pakistan. Now, tell us about the history of our the representative of your country to the Philippines, which is you. So, sir, Your Excellency, how did you get to our shores? I mean, we were talking about this earlier.
Right.
You're a career foreign service diplomat. So you've gone in many countries before, North America, in Europe. Could you please tell us about this, sir, until the time that I think from 2009 you have been the ambassador.
Exactly.
So, sir, just a little bit about yourself, sir.
Thank you very much, Gary. I started my foreign service in 1982, and as in our service, in our foreign service, we are known as the 1982 batch, or commonly as the 10th Common, because we are the from the 10th Common training, which is people from all the different groups. They get their common training at the Civil Service Academy in Lahore. So I am I started my service in the foreign service in 1982. My first posting was to Bonn. At that time, it was East Germany and West Germany in 1986. So from 1986 to 1989, I was in Bonn, which was the capital at that time of West Germany, because still it was divided between East and West Germany. From Bonn, then I came back to Pakistan, and then I was posted to Iraq. Baghdad, my next posting was there. At that time, it was under sanctions. It was a very challenging time, but always the people are the best. Like the people here in the Philippines, the people in Baghdad, the Iraqi people, they were friendly despite all the challenges, despite all the hardship which they were facing. They were very cooperative, very helpful, and wonderful people. They also have an excellent, you can say, the education level. People are very well educated, like here in the Philippines. You have an excellent literacy rate. Similarly, it was in Baghdad. From Baghdad, I was posted to The Hague, which is the seat of government of the Netherlands. I especially mentioned the seat of government because Hague, or for that matter, the Netherlands, as a country, now commonly known among the people generally as Holland also, the capital is Amsterdam, but the seat of government, it is The Hague. So they have made two cities very important because the Queen, there's a Queen who's there, and of course a parliamentary system of government also. So the Queen, she stays in The Hague. The parliament, that is also in The Hague, and most of the government offices are in The Hague, and all the embassies, majority of the embassies are at The Hague. So that is the seat of government. The Hague is the seat of government. Amsterdam is the capital, which is like any big capital, modern capital, lot of life, lot of activities going on, social activities. And Hague is all serious business, a small little town, and it's a beautiful place. From Hague, then I went back again to Pakistan, stayed there for some time, and then again I was fortunate enough to represent my country at the OPCW, which is Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. It's there in The Hague. It's a wonderful organization because they are doing something very good. It is eliminating or destroying or making effort to finish off one weapon of mass destruction, because you know, among the WMD, as we call them in short, weapon of mass destruction, is the nuclear, biological and chemical weapons. They kill people in hundreds and thousands. But at the OPCW, all the member countries, including Pakistan and Soviet Union and America and China, all those major countries in the world, I think now they have more than 187 members of that organization. So once you become a member, then you declare literally, okay, I am a member and I don't have any chemical weapons, and in case you have a chemical weapon, a country, then it says I have chemical weapons, so many tons, and it is located at that place, and then please go ahead and destroy it. And so the OPCW, under the international inspection, under the OPCW inspection, the inspectors go there, and it's because maybe it's easy to make a chemical weapon. Destroying it, it's even more difficult, because how will you destroy a chemical weapon which is already there, because it may spread in the air, in the environment. Yes. So it's a very difficult thing, but thank God, both in America, both in the Soviet Union, the chemical weapons which they had, which they possessed, which they declared also, they are being gradually destroyed, gradually being eliminated, and the world is literally every day is getting more safe because of this organization, OPCW. Then from Hague, I was posted to New York, my previous posting. And that is, in New York, I was the Consul General. And as you know, some people say New York as the capital of the world, and the Wall Street, any little bit of movement at Wall Street can literally give shakes all over the world. So I was in New York, and we have a very big number of Pakistanis there in New York. More than 300 to 400,000 Pakistanis were in my jurisdiction on the East Coast, because we have 4 consulates, consul generals in America, in addition to the embassy. So New York deals with the eastern coast, Los Angeles deals with west, Chicago in the north, Houston in the south. And of course, the embassy is in Washington. And I was very fortunate that from New York, I was selected by the President of Pakistan to represent Pakistan and the President in this wonderful country of yours, which is Philippines, the Republic of the Philippines. And on 28th October 2009, I reached Philippines, landed on your shores. And believe me, Gerry, it's the moment we were traveling from the airport to my residence in South Forbes. And if you visit Pakistan, and if you visit Karachi, which they showed it on the video also, you will see there are so many similarities. Literally, the people, the traffic, the crowd, here you have jeepneys, there we have the buses and rickshaws and all, because Metro Manila, as we now call it, Manila, Makati and all, Metro Manila is your most populous city. Same is the case in Karachi. That is the most populous city of Pakistan, and among the world is also on the top.
Okay, sir, when we come back, we will, the ambassador has landed. It's a good thing we got that. And we will talk more about Pakistan when we come back. And as a matter of fact, if you can just focus very shortly on the table here, or maybe we can do that when we come back, we will be having, when we come back, we will be showing very interesting things on the top of the table. And we'll get back to His Excellency, Ambassador Mohsin Razi, in a while. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Open House with Gerry Cornejo. And before we continue, if you were listening earlier, the topic for today is the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. And our guest is His Excellency, Ambassador Mohsin Razi. But more good things about Pakistan. Can you please show this? Now, this is typical Pakistani food, snacks? Snacks, okay. And all of these were cooked in the ambassador's residence, except for this one right here. These are sweets which is imported from Pakistan just recently, because Pakistan will be celebrating its National Day on the 23rd of March. So, sir, can you tell us a little bit about if you can just zoom out a little bit about the food and a little bit about the interesting things on top of this table.
Okay.
Sir, this food is, could you tell us a little bit about this?
Okay. As you focus it on Gerry, this is of course, we start with this thing, which is the potato samosas.
Okay.
This is made
Samosas.
of samosas, and this
Okay,
is
this
made
is-
samosa.
alright.
This is made of potatoes. The next one here is I'm going along
Okay,
with
sure.
the saltish thing, and then come to the sweet.
Okay.
And this here is a kebab, which is
Alright.
beef seekh kebab.
Right.
Whereas it is made of beef.
Okay.
Next is the chicken tikka, which is this one.
Ah, okay, chicken tikka.
Chicken tikka,
Right.
and this is of chicken, and it is also on fire, and it's made like that.
Okay, and this
And
one?
this is a sweet rice.
Rice, okay,
Yeah, this
rice.
is a sweet
Long
rice.
grain rice.
Long grain rice,
Right.
and there's other things in our language we call it as zarda.
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 Okay.
Because of the color of the yellowish color, so that is
I
also
see.
the reason for it calling it
Is
as
this
zarda.
turmeric? No. The color came from turmeric? No.
The colors they have added up into this, yes.
Ah,
but
okay,
not
okay.
the turmeric, because it's sweet. So
Ah,
it's all
sweet,
So
okay.
but that is it.
Alright.
And the sweet.
This one.
This is made not at home, as you rightly said. We got it from Pakistan most recently for our 72nd Pakistan Day reception, which is on 23rd of March. So one is barfi, which is this one. This is barfi, and these other two are cham cham. So
Okay.
these are very sweet things, and normally they are always on the happy moment, happy occasions, and especially on our Eids and these times, they are
The sweets.
Yes, exactly.
I see. So this is typical, these things here are typical Pakistani snacks.
Exactly, because the samosas, this you will have it everywhere in Pakistan, any corner of Pakistan, you will go, all these things in any corner of Pakistan.
Okay.
Because we have rice, as you know, Pakistan is one of the rice producing countries.
Yes.
And rice is used as one of the, not like as much as it is used in the Philippines, but it is a staple diet, and it is used for sweet rice and zarda and all. And so many different varieties rice is used, and especially like in biryani and
Right.
zarda, and there are many varieties.
So you share almost the same dishes as India? Similar, like samosas.
Samosas,
right,
yes, they are
yeah.
somewhat India's also.
Biryani.
They have biryani also because there's rice. But what we don't share with the Indians, we eat beef.
Ah, yes, yes.
And as you
Right.
know, a cow is a religious, like a god for the Hindus.
For the Hindus,
so
yes.
they will never
Right.
slaughter a cow,
Right.
and they don't eat cow.
But they eat pork.
The
Indians eat
They
pork.
eat pork, but
And
we
you don't
we
eat
don't.
pork.
Because
Okay.
ham or pork or bacon, that
Right.
is forbidden in Islam.
Okay.
So we don't eat pork, and it's all over the Muslim world. Nobody eats pork because it has been forbidden.
Okay, so now very interesting. We were talking earlier, and I was pointing out to these lamps, and I didn't realize. Sir, can you tell us? Can you focus on this lamp? This is not an ordinary lamp. In the Philippines, this would be made out of shell, probably.
Yeah.
You know, we would make this out of shell. But this lamp, could you tell us about this, Mr. Ambassador?
Yes, thank you, Gerry. This, very rightly, it's not an ordinary lamp. It's made of camel skin.
Camel skin.
And then the camel skin is dried up, and it is
Okay.
made into this shape, and then they make this lamp. And on top of it, all this thing, as you can see, never two lamps are identical, because this is done by hand. It's
I
not a
see.
machine, it's not machine painted. So all the handicraft or all the artwork which is done on this one, or it is done on the other one, it is different. And that is why this lamp, the camel skin lamp, is never exactly 100% identical like the other one. Of course, the shape could be the
Right,
same,
right.
like a round shape or
Right.
different shapes, but that's how it is. And the other items which you are lying here on the tables, which I brought along.
Can we show this?
Yes, this is the marble. Again, we have a lot of marbles and
Can
onyx.
we show this, please? This one? Can we swing here?
Okay.
Okay.
So the marble and onyx, again, these are the things which are made in Pakistan, and they are one of
Okay.
the major export items.
This is onyx.
This is marble.
Oh, marble, I'm sorry. Which is onyx here?
This part of this is onyx, and
Okay.
although it's the difference, the experts, they actually know the difference about these two things. Generally,
There you
they
go.
look the same.
I see. So would this be something that a tourist from another country, if you go to Pakistan,
Oh,
would
yes.
this be the things that you would be bringing home or buying there?
Definitely. This plus, of course, the shawls, the clothings, as you saw in the Vibrant Pakistan in the series. There are hundreds and thousands, like in the Philippines, you
Right,
go to
right.
Balak Bayan, one of the
Right,
handicraft
right.
shops. It's unlimited what is there. Same is the case because people in Pakistan, they have got this camel skin, so many things, including a settee also, which you can sit on it easily. It's like in the corner of a drawing room. It could be there and you can sit on it, and there are many things, bookshelf, book holders, and these things, they are, as you can see on top, this you can put a candle on top of it.
Candle. This is a candle holder actually.
Yes, right. Exactly. It is candle, or sometimes you can, half of it, it could be a flower vase and so on. So, and the ashtrays are very common in most of the houses, they are there, and so.
And then maybe we can, our good friend Omar,
yes,
maybe can help us. Could you, could you bring this thing up?
Yes.
Go ahead, go ahead. Just go there. All right.
This is brass.
Okay.
And as you can see, so much work.
You can just put it down here, Omar.
Omar, put it
right.
A little bit.
By the way, Omar is the consular director or consular officer?
He's our consular attaché.
Consular attaché.
Looking after the consular work.
Okay. So can you please focus on this? Well, this is a brass.
Brass. This is brass,
right.
and apart from brass and making it, giving it this wonderful shape, there's again lot of handiwork going on, and this is all done by small chisel and small hammer, and this is not plain, and it is and it's again, it's a really a hard.
So what would you put in it? Tea?
No, it's just a decoration piece. Of course, you can put it, of course, if you like, because basically it can have tea, or it can have any drink you would like to put into it, and you can even serve it. But generally in our houses and at the embassy, you will see it as a decoration piece. We don't use it, at least I don't use it. If you like, you're more than welcome. It is to put tea in it and serve it in a traditional way.
Okay, let me just put this aside, because now we're going to get into more informative details. First of all, we were talking earlier about your foreign policy. Let's get into politics now.
Yeah, okay.
Now, what is the political situation now in Pakistan? I mean, of course, politics is always in flux. I mean, it is not always fine, it is not always orderly, you know, it comes and goes. It's like sometimes it's a roller coaster ride. But how is it right now in Pakistan? What is the political situation, sir?
About the foreign policy, first of all, I'd like to give you the cornerstone of our foreign policy.
Sir.
How we started off is it is a whim of somebody, or the cornerstone of foreign policy, and I've got it written here. So that this is, I'll read it out, and this was spelled out, the cornerstone of our foreign policy, by Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who is the founder of Pakistan. And this he said in his radio broadcast to the American people in 1948.
Yes, sir.
And it is, I will read out.
Yes, please.
Our foreign policy is one of friendliness and goodwill towards all the nations of the world. We do not cherish aggressive designs against any country or nation. We believe in the principle of honesty and fair play in national and international dealings, and are prepared to make our utmost contribution to the promotion of peace and prosperity among the nations of the world. Pakistan will never be found lacking in extending its material and moral support to the oppressed and suppressed peoples of the world, and in upholding the principles of the United Nations Charter. So this is the cornerstone, and according of our foreign policy, and in line with this foreign policy, this cornerstone, Pakistan believes that all issues, no matter where it is and no matter with who it is, and in our case we have issues with our neighbor India, it all needs to be resolved through dialogue. Because through peaceful dialogue, you can resolve anything. The moment two people sit on the table, you can talk and you can resolve things, and it's much more productive and constructive thing to talk, rather than to go to war and to use arms and weapons, because that is a destructive thing. Dialogue is a very proactive, it's a very positive thing, which really can take you to a solution, to a position where you can resolve all your disputes. And in this case, Pakistan, which has these issues with India regarding Kashmir, regarding many other the issues with India, Siachen and all these places. But we are talking with India, and the good part is the leadership of both India and Pakistan, we realized that dialogue is the best way forward, and thank God the Indian leadership, they are also have realized this thing, and we are having a very proactive, constructive dialogue between the two countries.
And sir, what is the form of government, I know you have a parliamentary system in Pakistan. Right. Do you still have royalty in Pakistan? Because for a long while you were ruled by monarchs. Am I right?
Pakistan was never ruled by monarchs.
I'm sorry.
We were never. We had dictators, unfortunately.
Okay.
And single man rule, but it was never under a monarch because we got our independence from monarchy, from the British.
You don't have a Pakistani monarchy. You don't have kings
we don't.
And queens.
We have a parliamentary form of government, in which the president is there as the head of the state, and the prime minister is the head of the government, and he's the executive head of the state. And as you know, in the parliamentary form of government, we have the elected parliament, like you have the House of Representatives, we have the National Assembly, and then we also have the Senate, like you have the Senate. And both this Senate and the National Assembly, they represent the will of the people. Because anybody getting, especially those who are getting elected in the parliament, in the National Assembly, they are elected by the vote of the people, each individual. So they get elected by the people, they sit there, and among those who have the majority, the party which has the majority of seats, or even if not majority, they have other allies or coalition partners, it forms the government. The Prime Minister, he is the one who is the head of the government, he is the one who has the executive power, and he is the one who runs the country, along with his cabinet ministers.
And who is the present president and prime minister of your country?
His Excellency Yusuf Raza Gilani is the Prime Minister of Pakistan, and Mr. Zardari, he is the President of Pakistan.
And how often do you have elections in Pakistan? Like, what are their tenures of office? How long will they have their positions?
Our last election was held in 2008, and next one is expected in 2013. So generally, it's a 5-year term. And the president, most recently, President Asif Ali Zardari, he announced in his joint session, which he just had on the 17th of this month, 17th March, he had a joint session of the parliament, which again was a history making, because this was the fifth time that President Asif Ali Zardari addressed the joint session. Never before any precedent in the history of Pakistan has been there before the joint session 5 times. But President Asif Ali Zardari, he has been in, he addressed the joint session, and this was his 5th time. And in that he also said that we will going to have the election, because now in a way with the 5th year starting of the parliamentary year, so this could be the election year, maybe by the end of the year or maybe by early next year we will have the elections in Pakistan. The dates have not been announced as yet.
Okay, sir, now from Pakistan we go to the Philippines. Could you please give us your impression on the Philippines? Your impressions on the Philippines?
Yes. One thing, of course, Philippines is a very open country. You are all educated people, majority of them. And among them, the best part is you are very accommodated. And smiling people, accommodative. And it's easy to adjust in this society among these people, because you like to make friends, and the language is no barrier for us, because like in Philippines, English is the official language.
Right.
Similarly, in Pakistan, we have English as the official language and Urdu as our national language. Here, of course, you have the Tagalog. And since the people are so easy, accommodative, easy access, so it's no problem working here as a diplomat, as an ambassador, and even as an individual, as a Pakistani who are working. We have around 1,200 Pakistanis in the Philippines, which is registered, and of course they are here. Others, because sometimes we feel that the numbers is those who got married here, settled here, then they may not be included in this visa thing, because these people are on proper different visas, work visa, student visa and all. So there are about 1,200 of them here. Similar number of Filipinos are in Pakistan, and they are at the hospitals as nurses, they are at different places, even teaching where they are there. So they are really helping our people in Pakistan in many ways, because of their tolerance. The Filipinos are famous for that, being very tolerant and being very accommodative.
What are, lastly, sir, I mean, I just want to know, how about our trade relations? I mean, what is it mostly that we deal with Pakistan, and does Pakistan buy or import anything from the Philippines?
Wonderful. Good question, because Pakistan and Philippines, our trade relations are excellent. Before I touch upon the trade relation, let me say that our relationship between Pakistan and Philippines is more than 63 years old. We established our diplomatic relation on 18 September 1949. And since then, literally, it has been an upward trajectory throughout. Because at people-to-people level, at government-to-government level, at officials level, everybody is very close, and we are all on the same wavelength, because we believe in democracy, we believe in people's freedom of expression. And so on the political side, it's very good. Similarly, it is on the trade side. We have very good trade relations. Pakistan export to the Philippines is over 150 million annually, which was the last figure. It has gone, and from the Philippine side is again, it's over 50 million from this side. So it's a very good trade figure. And from Pakistan, mostly we import. There are many things which are exported from Pakistan and which Philippines imports. But the major items which were initially were rice, pharmaceutical, yarn, textile, rubber. Why I'm saying initially, why I said, because previously it was only rice and pharmaceutical. These were the two major export items of Pakistan to the Philippines. But with the passage of time, now fresh fruits are coming from Pakistan. Okay. They are quinoas, which are very famous, which I'm sure you will be eating, you will be tasting it on our National Day reception on 23rd. So you will see the quinoas are there, and these are very good. Then we have not been able to have as much as we would like, but we will be getting our mangoes, because Pakistan is a mango producing country also, and we have excellent mangoes, and like the Philippines mangoes, Pakistani mangoes are all different, and so we are on the mango. From Philippines, we import papers, automobile parts, rubber. These are the things, and of course you have your pineapple and these things. So they are being imported from the Philippines to Pakistan.
Okay, sir. We have to end our program now, and I would like to give a message to the Filipino people. Right. And secondly, in your own language, I am sure we have Pakistanis watching this program now. Maybe you can greet them on your National Day. So, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Gerry. And of course, we all talked about Pakistan. One question which you probably, I should not tell. Pakistan means, Pak means pure, and Stan means land. So basically, Pakistan means land of the pure. And this is what we are here representing Pakistanis. The message for the Pakistan Day is that, of course, we are a resilient nation, and as it is in our national anthem also, the strength is among the people. As we, in Philippines also, you have heard about the people's power. Same thing, it is even in our national anthem, Quwwate Awam, which means the strength of the people is the strength of the country. So that is what the message is, that we need to stay united. That is our strength, and that will definitely take us forward, and we can overcome any obstacle, anything which is in our way. And there's no problem. As long as we have faith in ourselves, we have unity, faith and discipline. These are the three words which our Qaid said. Unity, faith, discipline. These were his mottos. And this is if we believe in, and this is what we follow, there's nothing which can keep Pakistan from going to the greater heights where it is on its way. For Pakistan, of course, it is 23 March Mubarak, Pakistan Zindabad. And for my Filipino friends, my great Filipinos colleagues who are wonderful people, you have been and you are a wonderful host. And I wish you and your government and under the present government of President Aquino, you people are on the move for sure. You are moving forward. Everything is moving nice. The Wang culture is finishing off. And for you, thank you very much and mabuhay.
Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat po.
Maraming
Thank
salamat.
you very
Mabuhay.
much.
And congratulations and on your 72nd, am I right?
72nd Pakistan
72nd
Pakistan Day.
Pakistan Day.
Exactly.
Okay, with that, I'd like to thank our esteemed guest today, His Excellency Ambassador Mohsin Razi of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. And when we sign off, we're going to be eating some of these nice snacks. Okay, so thank you very much for staying with us during the past hour. And with the grace of God, we'll be back next week with featuring people, places, and things who are in the news or should be in the news. I love you. God bless you. Bye-bye.